as far as like how do you talk to her about fat or lose skin, if you're in a relationship with someone, you should be able to bare your soul to them. Like, they should make you feel comfortable talking about anything. And honestly, if she makes you feel like you can't, then that's kind of a red flag, in my opinion. I'm doing a live Q&A video. This is normally what I do when I don't have a video and I just need a quick video. Just being honest. First question, why did you start your YouTube channel? I started my YouTube channel because I wanted to help people. I feel like it's a great platform that I can reach millions of people all over the world. And my mission is to share with people what I learned from fitness and how starting to take care of my body and, you know, being more conscious of my nutrition, how that changed my life on so many levels. It changed everything. So I just wanted to share what I learned. That's why I started my YouTube channel. How did I deal with divorce? JMO Customs asks. It was hard. It was hard. It was something that time had to heal for me. I had to learn a lot of hard lessons through the pain that I experienced from that stage of my life, not just the divorce, but that stage of my life. And it wasn't until I started investing energy into improving myself, you know, my body, and developing who I was as a person, that it became better. But the only thing that heals those wounds from a divorce or a breakup or death or anything like that is time. Like, you just have to continue to live and try to progressively become better and focus on helping other people. Just don't focus on yourself, because the more you think about yourself, the harder it's going to be for you to get over it. Imada83 asks, do I need to go to the gym every day or skip a day or two? Listen, Imada, please do not go to the gym every day. Find the amount of days that works best for you. An amount that you can stick to realistically. Whether that's 3 days a week, whether that's 2 days a week, 4 days a week, 5 days a week. What's important is that you're consistent. 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 But don't go 7 days a week. Don't go 6 days a week, especially if you're just beginning. Find a pace that works best for you and your schedule, and something that you can stick to, like I said. All right, so Overscore asks, well, he says, I read that you can't build muscle while in a caloric deficit, but you say lifting weights in your journey is paramount. Explain, please. He's confused. All right, so here's the thing. You don't always lift weights to build muscle. You lift weights to strengthen your body, and you lift weights to maintain the muscle that you have, especially while you're in a caloric deficit. That's why it's super important to lift while you're in a caloric deficit, because if you're in a deficit, it's more likely that you'll break down muscle. So you prevent atrophy, which is the breaking down of muscle, by lifting. So if you're not using the muscle doesn't feel like it needs to stick around. So if you're using it, your body will make sure that it maintains that very important lean muscle mass. So Just Marquez asks, how do you keep it going when it gets rough? It's hard, but that's when the reasons you're doing this is important. You know, that's when that comes into play. Because if you're doing it for the right reasons, if you're doing it for reasons bigger than just the way you look and the way your clothes fit, then those times when it gets rough, you'll be able to rely on those reasons. So for me, it was my children. It was the vision that I had to be a 75-year-old, active, healthy, happy person. That's the reasons that I push through the times when I don't feel like eating healthy or I don't feel like going to the gym. I just focus on that vision. I think about my kids. I think about my 75-year-old self and what he wants me to do today. And that's what helps me get through those hard times. It's G Now asks, how long did it take you to lose your first 40 pounds? See, I was big. I was 330 pounds or something like that when I first started my last journey. So I think I lost 40 pounds in the first 2 months. Bigger Than Me asks, how did you build the following from YouTube? It takes consistency. It takes valuable content. It takes being transparent and just being human. Like, just don't be afraid to be human on camera. People are going through the same exact things that you're going through. And it's so much BS on the internet, people faking it and fronting, that if you're just genuine and you truly care about people, then people will gravitate towards you. So, but the number one thing is you have to have valuable content and you have to be consistent. Brian Peppers Gets Healthy says he's been feeling under the weather. Is there any workouts I can do? Just do whatever you can. And if you really feel like you can't, then you should rest. Like, we overcomplicate working out. Just simply do what you can consistently. If that's just a walk, if that's just getting on the elliptical for 20 minutes, just do that. And it's okay, because tomorrow is another day, and then next week is another week. Like, you just got to keep it going. Do what you can, and that's just it. SMP 416 asks, do you lift and do cardio on the same day? Absolutely. And I usually do my lifting first and I do my cardio second. And that's because you don't want to do cardio first and deplete your body of the strength and the energy that it needs to efficiently lift as much weight as you can. So lift first and then finish it off with your cardio. D. Jabari Moore asks, what do you do if you want to lose weight but you want to keep muscle mass? So if you're trying to lose body fat but you want to maintain every ounce of muscle that you have, it takes a very precise amount of calories to do that. Your deficit cannot be too big, which means if you maintain your weight eating 3,000 calories, you don't want to eat 2,000 calories. That's a 1,000 calorie deficit. That is an extreme deficit and will cause you to lose muscle. So you want your deficit to be slight. I would say start off at about, 300 calorie deficit, meaning if you maintain your weight at 3,000 calories, I would start off by dieting at 2,700 calories. You don't want to, but you want to find that sweet spot, and you find your sweet spot by observing how much energy you have, how strong you are in the gym, how well you sleep. Like, your body tells you if you're eating enough or if you're not eating enough. But precision nutrition is how you target fat loss without losing any muscle. All right, my man Bobby Digital 389 asks, when you're trying to cut body fat, what would a single day consist of in the gym? How much lifting? How much cardio? All right, if I can answer this as simple as possible, it would be 45 minutes of lifting, 25 to 30 minutes of cardio. I would do compound movements only. And these are movements that work multiple muscles. So I wouldn't be in there doing preacher curls, but I'll be doing, curl press. I would be doing bench press. I would be doing bent over rows. I would be doing hip hinging movements like deadlifts and squats. And that's what I would do. I hope that answers your question. Life of a Libran 84 asks, when did you realize fitness and inspirational speaking was your purpose? I realized fitness was my purpose when I started reading, right? Because I hate reading. I started reading fitness books, and I would be able to read them from cover to cover. Never in my life was I able to do that. I wasn't even able to read for more than 20 minutes at a time before I picked up my first fitness book. So that was one of the biggest signs. And also, it was just something that drove me. Some people, they have this grind mentality. Fitness was never a grind for me. It always felt like I was just flowing. And I hope that makes sense. And that's kind of how I knew that it was fitness was aligning with my purpose. And if you scroll back in my Instagram, you'll see even when I was overweight, I was trying to motivate people. And it's just something that feels good to me because I know what it's like to not be motivated. And when I had this spark of energy, when I had this new motivation, I just wanted to share it with the world. And eventually, one thing led to another, and 4 years later, I'm here in front of you guys. All right, Alpha Waves asks, how do you keep up with your fit girlfriend when you're a big guy still losing weight? How to overcome insecurities in the relationship with weight/shape? how to talk to her about fat or loose skin. All right. I don't know if I'll be able to answer all the layers to this question, but here's the thing. If you are in a relationship and you are not secure with yourself, you haven't accepted where you are in your journey, and it's okay to be self-conscious, but here's the thing. If you're overweight and you have a fit girlfriend, you should use her as motivation. She should make you want to become better. She should push you, because that's how it was when I met Kimmy. She was in way better shape than I was, and I just used that as motivation. Like, she made me want to become better. And you want to put people in your life that make you want to become better, whether that's in a romantic type relationship or friendship or whatever the case may be. So that's an advantage, in my opinion. If you are overweight and you have a fit, conscious, a healthy, conscious, health conscious significant other, that's an advantage. And as far as overcoming insecurities, you overcome insecurities by making progress in whatever area in your life that you're insecure. That's how you overcome insecurity. Like, I was insecure about things, I'm not going to get specific, but when I started learning, when I started clearing up the ignorance in those topics, it got rid of my insecurities. So educate yourself. So actively work on whatever it is that you're insecure about, and make sure that you are communicating how you feel. No matter what it is, communicate how you feel to your partner. And if you're with the right person, they're going to understand, and they're going to be able to help you in a way that that a partner should. As far as like, how do you talk to her about fat or loose skin? If you're in a relationship with someone, you should be able to bare your soul to them. Like, they should make you feel comfortable talking about anything. And honestly, if she makes you feel like you can't, then that's kind of a red flag, in my opinion. Bree Moja, I probably slayed it, asks, do you stay in your diet 100% of the time? Can you have a cheat snack every day? By the way, tell Candace go nose. Kimmy, can you have a cheat/snack every day? Let me answer that one first. Yes, you can. And as long as it's in moderation, and as long as it's timed properly, and as long as you are busting your ass in the gym. If all of those things are in line, then yes, you can have a snack every day. No, you can't eat a half a cheesecake, but you can have a nice, what's the word I'm looking for? A modest snack every day. And you can continue to lose weight if that's your goal. So It's G now asks, can I still do IF with the meal plan that you gave? See, the meal plans that I give you guys, I want you to use those as guidelines. It's not something I want you to follow verbatim, because that doesn't really help you. What I want you to use the meal plan as, the only thing that's important is how much food that I'm suggesting you eat, and the types of foods that are available, just to give you an idea of the types of foods you should be eating. So you can kind of make it work best for your schedule. There's no wrong way as far as meal timing to eat your food. If it works best for you to eat twice a day, then eat twice a day, because at the end of the day, it's about the calorie deficit. Nothing else matters. I don't care if you eat 1 time or 16 times a day. As long as you eat less calories than you burn, I said that right? Then you lose body fat. And that's just that. Born Originals 711 asks, what about when you go to the gym and go crazy and you're mega sore? Should you go back the next day or take a couple days off? Rest is super, super duper important. I would definitely, if I'm super duper sore, I would either work other parts of my body that isn't as sore, or I would take the day off or just do some light cardio. But rest is as an important part of the process as actually working out. So